so now we'll see about the drugs used for the treatment of Alzheimer's disease. As such, we don't have any drug which gives an 100% assurance of treating the Alzheimer's disease. See, treatment of Alzheimer's disease is a daily challenge for physicians, including the neurologists, psychiatrists, and family doctors. There has been substantial progress in the therapeutic approach to the Alzheimer's disease in the past few years with the use of certain cholinergic activators or NMDA receptor antagonists. Apart from this, newer approaches are being seen. We can use a few drugs that can cause inhibition of beta secretase or inhibition of gamma secretase, or that causes activation of your alpha secretase, or the drugs that will inhibit the aggregation of tau protein, and so many approaches are being seen, but still research are been going on. So as such, the drugs which are being used now for treating Alzheimer's disease are just your cholinergic activators and NMDA receptor antagonists. Okay. Cholinergic activators, and second class is your NMDA receptor antagonist, which we'll see after some time. First of all, we'll see about cholinergic activators. Okay, so as you have been known till now, basically what happens in Alzheimer's disease, there will be neurodegeneration of the neurons, particularly starting from the hippocampal area, isn't it? Starting from the hippocampus area, then it mediates to the frontal cortex, and then ultimately it will start damaging the entire cerebral cortex. Okay, so the neurons which are basically degenerated are your cholinergic neurons. Okay, cholinergic neurons. So basically, when cholinergic neurons are being inhibited or degenerated, we need something that can cause activation or reactivation of the cholinergic neurons. Okay, so the drugs coming under this class are Tacrin, Donepezil, Rivastigmine, Galantamine. So basically these four drugs can be used for activation of your cholinergic neurons. So the main mechanism of action of these drugs are they mainly act by inhibiting cholinesterase enzyme. So acetylcholinesterase inhibitors. So they mainly act by inhibiting the metabolism of acetylcholine, thereby attempting an increase in the level of acetylcholine. But the problem with these drugs are they have got hepatotoxicity as a side effect. Apart from this, the hepatotoxicity is seen too much with Tacrin, because of which Tacrin is no more being used. As such, Tacrin was the very first drug to be introduced in this class, but it is no more used these days. Apart from this, Donepezil, Rivastigmine and Galantamine can be used for treatment of Alzheimer's disease as a cholinergic activators. Now our second class of the drug used for the treatment of Alzheimer's disease is NMDA receptor antagonist. Second class is NMDA receptor antagonist, or you can say glutamate NMDA receptor antagonist. So basically, glutamate, it is a neurotransmitter which is a kind of excitatory neurotransmitter. Glutamate is an excitatory neurotransmitter, and its main role in the central nervous system is it increases the plasticity of neurons. Okay, so these glutamate receptors are of we have got few types of this glutamate receptor, like we have got NMDA receptor, we have got AMPA receptor and kainate. So basically we have got three types of glutamate receptor. Among these three types, the NMDA receptor is our important target for the treatment of Alzheimer's disease. So basically this NMDA receptor, it is a kind of receptor which have got many binding site for the substrate, and it is a kind of ion channel receptor. Okay, suppose this is your NMDA receptor, it looks something like this with binding site, so many binding sites. Suppose here glycine can come, here glutamate here can come, here some other excitatory neurotransmitter can come, and when any agonist comes and bind with this NMDA receptor, it causes opening of the channel and there will be influx of calcium ion. Okay, so as such, because of this influx of calcium ion is mainly responsible for processes such as learning and memory. So as such, it is a good thing. But what happens in Alzheimer's disease means there is an increased binding of glutamate or glycine, means mainly glutamate. Okay, there is an increased level of glutamate, so large number of glutamate will come and bind with this NMDA receptor, and because of this agonist binding with the receptor, it will cause increased activation of this NMDA receptor. Because of increased activation of this NMDA receptor, there will be increased influx of this calcium ion. Okay, so after there is an increase influx of this calcium ion inside the neuron, there occurs some cascade of steps, means several steps occurs which finally leads to neurodegeneration. So influx of this calcium ion, after influx of the increased level of calcium ion, few cascade of steps occurs which finally ultimately the result will be degeneration of neurons. So for we need to inhibit this continuous activation of the receptor. So for inhibiting this activation, we are using a drug known as memantine. So what is memantine will do? It will inhibit the activation of NMDA receptor. How it will inhibit the activation of NMDA receptor? It is a kind of antagonist, or you can say non-competitive antagonist. Non-competitive antagonist. That means it will not compete with the active binding site, but it will bind at a site other than active binding site, and it will cause distortion of the receptor and ultimately inhibits the activation of the NMDA receptor, and thereby inhibiting the calcium influx and inhibiting the excitotoxicity, you can say. Okay, because there is continuous influx of calcium ion, it leads to excitotoxicity. So this memantine, basically it will inhibit this excitotoxicity by inhibiting the activation of NMDA receptor. So this is regarding the NMDA receptor antagonist. We have got just one drug, that is memantine, and in case of cholinergic activator, we have got tacrine, donepezil, rivastigmine and galantin. So basically right now these two classes of drugs are being used in the treatment of Alzheimer's disease. Apart from this, newer approaches for the treatment of Alzheimer's disease are being done, that we'll see now one by one.